Lake Mead. You've probably heard about it because of how quickly its water levels are surging and dropping. Too much news has been tied to Lake Mead, and a new one to add to this list is how the dwindling Lake Mead led to the discovery of astonishing and alarming evidence. Are you curious? Whoa, that's coincidence. You clicked on the video. You're curious about it. Who would have guessed? Lake Mead, the reservoir of Hoover Dam, one of the largest man-made lakes in the world, on the Arizona-Nevada border 25 miles east of Las Vegas, Nevada, U.S. Lake Mead offers drinking water to over 25 million people. Since 1999, an extended drought and increased water demands induced by population development have resulted in a historic decline in lake levels. Lake Mead, Lake Powell, and the Colorado River are all drying up, and scientists disclose that Hoover Dam water levels are at a record low, contradicting reports that Lake Mead's waters are beginning to rise. Off the Curb Ministries' Joe Kirby examines this topic and looks into what the Bible says about drought. Although monsoon rains and flooding in Las Vegas, Lake Mead, 30 miles about 50 kilometers to the east, continues at a low level, they've been at the lowest point since the completion of the Hoover Dam in the 1930s, which dammed the Colorado River and built this lake in the desert of the United States Southwest. The receding lake is exposing components that have been buried underneath the water for decades. People are discovering a lot of debris, as well as boats, including one from wartime, and human bodies. Furthermore, Lake Mead on the Colorado River at the Nevada-Arizona border is the country's largest reservoir. The reservoir serves as a water source for 25 million people in 7 states, tribal territory, and northern Mexico. For a number of years, Lake Mead has been dwindling. However, its water levels have plummeted in recent years. For years, people have been flinging things into Lake Mead, and as the water level drops, some of those secrets are rising to the surface. Flinging bodies, apparently, among other things. On May 1st, 2022, a boater discovered a person inside of a barrel stuck in the mud. According to Las Vegas police, he was a murder victim who died as a result of a gunshot wound. In the late 1970s or in the early 1980s, his assailants probably tossed him in the lake. The receding waves additionally revealed scores of previously submerged watercraft, including a World War II-era landing craft. The diminishing lake has also revealed multiple more common human artifacts, such as beer cans, sunglasses, baby carriages, tackle boxes, and even firearms and antique arrowheads, as well as vast volumes of litter. Go, people! Scientists are taking advantage of the low levels to analyze silt that hasn't been exposed in nearly a century. They discovered evidence of many volcanic episodes millions of years ago in the Snake River Plain Yellowstone area, a swath of inactive volcanoes that runs from Idaho along the Snake River and into what is now Yellowstone National Park and eastern California. They had also discovered ash from eruptions that occurred only 32,000 years ago, which that's not that long in geological time. According to scientists, Lake Mead's current state is a dramatic indication of climate change and a mega drought that could be the worst in U.S. history. The low level of water occurs at a time when 74% of the 9 western states are experiencing some degree of drought, with 35% experiencing extreme or exceptional drought. In Colorado, home to the Colorado River's headwaters, 83% of the state is presently in drought, and snowfall from last winter has been below average in several spots. Since 1983, once the Colorado River overwhelmed the spillways of Hoover Dam, the water level in Lake Mead has decreased 170 feet since 1983. Lake Mead would have hit a dead pool level if the reservoir dropped below 895 feet, roughly 150 feet, which is 45 meters lower than it is presently. When the water level of a reservoir falls so low that it cannot flow downstream from the dam, the reservoir is said to be dead. If Lake Mead reached a dead pool, which scientists believe is several years away, the millions of people who rely on the water for, drinking, irrigation, they would face catastrophic repercussions. A dead pool does not imply that there's no water still in the reservoir. However, even before Lake Mead reaches that level, water levels could fall so low that the Hoover Dam would struggle to generate hydroelectric power. Yeah. Lake Mead water levels are at their lowest since the 1930s, when the Hoover Dam was built. The lake shrinking is exposing artifacts that have been concealed underwater for decades, such as a World War II boat and a body in a barrel. What else is there to find, though? Are you interested in learning more? Well, then join us as we explore the world of, subscribing our channel. The Jordan River finally dried up, but something terrible has emerged. Unbelievable, right? Well, to find out more, watch the video right now. I know, convenient. Thanks for watching, and I expect to see you there. And if I don't, I'll go into a deep depression and probably lose all my money gambling to squirrels again.